All right, we are working with the tower today. We're gonna start with our rollback bar. I have it set up 1 from the top. So I have 4 eyelets up there and I have it at 1 from the top. If you need more or less tension, please honor your body. So we're gonna start with our feet up against the uprights. All 10 toes are looking up. You're gonna grab onto your bar shoulder width distance apart. And before we even move here, I just want you to feel that you're stacked up evenly in your pelvis and that you're wrapping all of your fingers around the bar. And now find this slight pull apart of the bar, but also like you're gonna break it. All right, so take a big breath in here. And then on your exhale, you're gonna press the bar down just enough to where you can feel the spine traction up. And then inhale, float the bar back up. We exhale, press the bar down. You grow tall, collarbones open and lift, and then back up. One more time here. We press down, grow tall, work that pinky line of your arm. And then on this next one, I want you to press down about half that much. From here, roll your pelvis away from your thighs. Keep driving down through your heels and the back of your legs. Round down, go all the way down. Head hits the mat and just find that long line. Allow the ribs to soften. Feel energy out through your heels. And take a big expansive breath in here. And then on your exhale, lift the weight of your head up. Come up to the tips of your shoulder blades and just pause here. Feel that opening in your upper back, but your sternum and rib cage drawing away from your fists. And then roll up a little bit higher, just 1 to 2 inches. Can you press down through the back of the legs a little bit more? And then roll up, roll up, roll up, and then stack your spine all the way up at the top. Let's do that again. Gentle press down. Roll the pelvis away from the thighs. You're trying to get that low back into the mat first. Go all the way back. Stretch back. Head hits the mat. Now keep that pull apart of the bar. Row the bar in towards your sternum. Feel your chest open and then straighten the arms. Let's do that again. We're gonna row the bar in towards our sternum. Feel your heart open and then straighten the arms. Now, while you're doing this, the ribs are staying bolted into the mat. Tailbone is staying heavy. And your elbows are stretched super wide across the room, just like your pull straps too. We have 2. And last one here, go ahead and straighten the arms. And then on your next exhale, you're gonna roll yourself up. Find that rib cage drawing back, fists are going forward. And then come all the way up. And this time I want you to round forward. Find this stretch, allow the shoulders to shrug up into the ears, and then glide the shoulder blades back down as you stack everything back up. All right, one more time on this roll back. Round back, make it feel good, stretch back, dig the heels down and in. And now this time we keep the arms straight, but the ribs bolted once again to the mat. We press the arms down, just like chest expansion, and then float the arms back up. We press down into spring tension and just pause here. Feel those upper arm bones rotate out or like externally rotated. And then holding here for just a second, turn your head to the right, turn your head to the left, turn your head to center, and then slowly release the bar. Last one here, you press the bar down, arms get long, turn your head to the left, turn your head to the right, turn your head to center, and then slowly release the arms. On your next exhale, we roll up, stretch up, come all the way up, and then find that forward fold here. Allow the knees to bend if you need more space, and then stack the spine all the way up. Now we're gonna add a twist to this. So we're gonna drive the bar over to the right. You're gonna try to get it perpendicular to the floor, right? I know it's tough depending on the spring. So from here, keep equal weight into your pelvis, but you're gonna roll down your right side. Think like corkscrew. You roll down. Once the head hits, you roll over to the left side and you roll up. Bar goes down to the left. You square yourself off. Let's do another one to the right. Push out through that left heel a little bit more because it wants to come with you, right? We roll over to the left and then roll up, roll up. Oh, I just got a pop. Now we go to the other side. Bar goes over, roll back, and then all the way over. and then back to center. Last one here. Just check in with your neck. I know it's easy for the shoulder to shrug up. So we're just keeping that protraction of the scapula as you come all the way up, up, up. Fabulous. So now I want you to take your right hand onto the bar, okay? And just reach your left arm out in front of you. And then feel everything just kind of square off, even though you're uneven with your tension. Find a little bit more length out through the crown of your head and take a big breath in. And then on your exhale, I want you to gently press down into spring tension, dragging your knuckles across the wall in front of you, and then float the bar back up. Wrap that pinky around. We press down and then lift up. One more time like this. Think of that elbow crease trying to point up to the ceiling. You press down and then back up. Now we're gonna lift and twist to the left. Think saw right now, only that right hand is punching just straight between your legs. 3 presses here. We press down and then back up. We press down, lift tall, 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 and then back up. Last one here, feel like that right armpit glides down and then back up. All right, switch hands. Both arms are reaching forward. You stack yourself up tall. We press down and then back up. Now this time the left elbow crease is trying to look up. Last one here. Exhale, press down to lift up taller and back up. Now we lift and twist. Find that upper back to twist you. Both heels are still bolted to your uprights. We press down and then back up. Imagine both arms are pressing down into spring tension. Last one here. Oh, these are tough. And back up and then spiral back to center. Take your hands back onto the bar. You're gonna roll back and then place the bar underneath your knees or behind your knees. Now, if you're able to, if you're long enough, you might be able to grab the end of your mat. I love the feeling of it like semicircle. And if you're like, I can't reach that far, then you can just reach your arms behind you. No worries. So feet are hip socket distance apart here. And just feel this long line. Feel that the bar is pulling your knees past your toes. And then feel that there's equal weight down through your feet. Allow those ribs to soften. Take a big breath in. And then on your exhale, you're gonna curl that tailbone under and peel the hips up. And then just pause here. Feel that your fingertips are reaching away, or maybe they're kind of pulling if you're grabbing onto the end. And now try not to let your tailbone drop just yet, but now soften your sternum. And now soften the ribs. And then melt all the way down. Tailbone obviously is gonna have to come down. Again, we curl the hips under, push equally down through your feet, roll up, roll up. And now here, allow the chest to puff up a little bit, so maybe you can get the hips higher. But now keep the pubic bone reaching up to the ceiling, but now soften your sternum a little bit. And now soften the ribs down a little bit. Feel like the base of your ribs are drawing to your pelvis as you roll everything all the way down, down, down. One more like this. Roll the hips up. Feel that the front of your throat is open. Take a big breath in here. Maybe the chest puffs up. And then as you exhale, soften the rib cage down, but drive the pubic bone up higher. And then melt all the way down, down, down. All right, so you're gonna grab onto the bar, bring your knees into your chest. You might have to scoot forward a little bit, like towards your tower. It's a lot of spring tension. All right, so find that pull apart, that break on the bar. Straighten the legs up to the ceiling. I'm gonna go Pilates V for today. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up, and now anchor your tailbone down, right? So we're not in imprint, we're trying to hold a neutral lumbar, and we're gonna press the bar down and then float it up. Exhale, press the bar down and float it up. Last one here, exhale, press it down and then float it up, and then just lower everything down. Now, feel free to adjust for your 100, okay? So do what you gotta do. You can have the head down. Otherwise, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up, glue those heels together and start pumping for your 100. Inhale and exhale. Try to get that tailbone heavy. And feel that this pump is coming from your back, All right, so the shoulders aren't going all over the place. And that pinky wrapping around, that break of the bar should help you here. Allow those springs to pull your fists away from your shoulders. And really work that deep exhale to maybe find a more upper ab curl. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lower down. Take your feet out from underneath the bar, or over the bar rather. And then let's come up kneeling for a little kneeling chest expansion. So again, shoulder width apart here in your grip, and your knees or shins or hip socket distance apart. So find a press down through the shins and the tops of the feet, and then feel as though your pubic bone is going forward, but your ribs are coming back, just like your bridge. So find your long line, and now pull the bar down and into you, and then pause. Feel like the ribs are lifting, but the bar is going down, and then slowly release the bar. Okay, again, we press the bar down and in, and now let's hold here. Turn your head to the right, turn your head to the left, turn your head to center, and then slowly release. Last one here, we press the bar down, lift the collarbones up, we turn the head to the left, we turn the head to the right, we turn center, and then slowly release. Now, back up a little bit more because we're gonna do our thigh stretch here. So for the thigh stretch today, let's take a little bit of an upper ab curl. So nod your chin, maybe you look down at your chest, your belly, your thighs, something down there, but keep driving the pubic bone forward. Now row the bar into your chest. You're gonna lean back, keep looking down, and then come all the way up. Arms just reach back out in front of you. Press down through the shins, row the bar into your chest. Think of my fist being at your upper abdomen right now. So pull away from my fist and then come all the way up. Now, if you're like, I'm not really sure about this one, take more of a flat back, all right? You do you. Row the bar into your chest, go back, stretch back, and then come all the way up. All right, so now if you want to continue with the flat or that 100 shape with your spine, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, I'm going to cue an extended spine. So row the bar into your chest. Start to take the gaze up to the ceiling, roll that chest open and lean back, stretch back, and then nod your chin and then kind of articulate yourself all the way out of it. One more like that. Row the bar into your chest. Start to take the gaze up to the ceiling. Lift the heart, lift the chest, keep driving the pubic bone forward. You go back as far as you possibly can, and then nod your chin and just roll yourself out of it. Now we're gonna do our rolling in and out. So we're gonna kind of combo a bunch of these things. So fists come down to the mat. Round and lift the spine. And try to keep your hips over your knees. Pull the bar into your knees. And then stack the spine up tall, pass through your chest expansion here, row the bar into your chest, and then lean back. Go back for your thigh stretch, and then come all the way up. Arms go straight, round up and over. It's a kneeling roll down. Pull the bar into your knees. Come up to chest expansion, row the bar into your chest. Go back, stretch back. If you want to find that extension here, you're more than welcome. And then come all the way up. Fists into the mat. Last one in this direction. Pull the bar in. Row the bar up. Go back. Stretch back. And then come all the way up. We reverse it. We go right back for that thigh stretch. Push down through the tops of the feet. Shave the bar down your front side. Bar goes right in front of your knees. Bar now goes underneath your shoulders. Kneeling roll up. Come all the way up. 2 more times like this. Go back, stretch back. Come all the way up. Fists underneath your shoulders. Stack the spine up, roll the tailbone under. Last one. Again, go back, stretch back. Fists into the mat, hips over the knees, and then stack it all the way up. Alrighty. So now let's turn to the left. So the bar is to our right, and also so I'm facing you. So zip the legs up together. And then just once again, feel that your pubic bone is going forward, so your tailbone is heavy. And then from here, let's just take the left arm out to the side. Let's do that. Find that that right elbow crease is pointing up to the ceiling, and just gently press down into the bar and then back up. So start to feel this side body kick on right as you lift up and then back up. We press down and then back up. Now left arm comes up to the ceiling. In fact, bring your bicep to your ear as long as it's not too much into the neck. I want you to press down into spring tension. As you side bend over, I want you to bend into that right elbow. Go up and over, and then stack it all the way back up. That right arm goes straight, everything comes up. Bicep to the ear if it's available. You're moving in between those two panes of glass, up and over. Really open up that chest, squeeze the legs together, and then stack it all the way back up, up, up. Last one like this. We press down, we bend into that elbow, drop the right shoulder out of the ear, up and over, and then come all the way back up. Other side. So make sure that hand is in line with your knees. And if it's not there, it's in front of, okay? So strong grip around the bar, elbow crease up, right arm out to the side. Squeeze those legs together. We just do a little press down and then back up. We press down and back up. And you might even be feeling a stretch across your chest or even your bicep when you try to turn that elbow crease up. Totally normal. Bring the right bicep up to the ear. Feel length out through the crown of your head. You press down. We go up to go over. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those legs together. Press down through that outside shin and then come all the way up, up, up. The only reason I'm saying outside shin is because typically we lean over as opposed to going into that lateral flexion. We press down, up to over, up and over. Lift, 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 lift. And then come back up through center. Last one here, we press down. Keep that chest open, ribs pulling back, pubic bone goes forward. And then all the way back up. Fabulous. All right, so now we spin around. Hands come onto the roll back bar. And so please feel free. You can do this without the bar. You can do this without spring tension, okay? I know it can be tough on the elbows and shoulders. So your hands are on shoulder width distance apart. Feet or shins back to that hip socket distance apart, okay? So I want you to curl the fists in and then just straighten the wrists. So feel again, the chest is rolling open here. Pubic bone is forward. Curl the fists in and then straighten the wrists. Curl the fists in and then straighten the wrist. Now curl the fists in. Now bicep curl the bar towards your upper back, just wherever you can here. Keep the fists curling into you and then just slowly release the bar back. Curl the bar back in, so it's like you're doing a reverse bicep curl or a bicep curl. And then as you're doing this, the shoulders are gliding away from the ears. And that chin feels like it's kind of going back because a lot of times we want to go here. It's probably what I'm doing right now. The elbows are trying to connect to one another. So we're feeling a massive stretch across the chest. We have 2 and 1. Now hold the bar into your backside. Now punch it down to where you kind of shave your backside and then glide the bar back up, up, up. We shave it down your backside and then glide it up, up, up. You're constantly trying to like shine your rings towards the wall in front of you. So again, curling the knuckles in and back up. Last one like this, shave the bar down your backside and then slowly release the bar back behind you. Whew. And then take it off, right? Shake it out, shake it out. All right, so now let's go ahead and take this roll back bar off. Get your leg springs set up. So I have mine, I have these 2 eyelets up here in the middle. I have it on the highest one. If you need less tension, more tension, right? You do you. All right, so lying on your back, let's start with your elbows bent. I lie. Let's do arms straight. Arms are straight, kind of like you were doing a handstand here. And now take your right strap, place it on your left foot. So right leg goes down and into the mat, and your hands are, if you can get them there, in line with your shoulders. Now, if you've got shoulder stuff, right, doesn't feel good, bring your hands up higher, right? No worries. So feel energy down through your right heel, and then get that left leg straight and feel your left hip anchor down, but also reach to your right inner thigh. And if you're tight like me, you're feeling a stretch just right here and now. Allow your sternum and your ribs to soften, so you might even get like a little stretch in the armpits or the shoulders. And then from here, I just want you to lower that left leg all the way down and into the mat, and then pause. Feel both heels push down and into the mat. Feel that you're even as far as your ribs and your hips go, and then float the leg all the way up. This move comes from your hips, so feel that butt cheek engage to press the pedal or the spring all the way down. Hold, 2, 3, and then float it all the way back up. Your butt crease engages to push that leg down and away. We hold, 2, 3, and then resist as it comes all the way back up. Last one like this. You press down, reach out through that big toe. We hold, 2, 3, and then we float all the way back up. Now, all I want you to do here is just cross the body, feel a little bit of a stretch, and then just take it out to the side. Maybe you feel a stretch here. And now I want you to cross the body, push into spring tension, circle the leg down and around. It goes out to the side. Keep that left hip drawing to your right inner thigh. Now, as you come up to center, pause. Now I want you to try to bring that leg like it's gonna touch your right shoulder, and then it crosses your body. Circle the leg down and around. It comes up, maybe you lose spring tension to the right shoulder, and then down and around. Keep pushing the back of that right leg into the mat, and then keeping space in the front of your throat. Last one like this, reach across the ends of the room. It comes all the way back up. You pause, and then we reverse. Clip off that big toe. Allow the hip to lift as the leg crosses the body. 2 more like this. Reach down and away, push into those arms. Last one here like this. Come all the way back up. Now hold here. I want you to bend that knee, flex that foot, and just feel once again that you're level, right? Because the spring is pulling you from the right, so you're trying to get that left foot in front of your left knee. Now from here, just press the leg out and away. Stabilize, 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 and then bend the knee back in. Think of this as just footwork, right? So find your butt crease, find the back of your leg. Feel as though the left pinky is pulling back, big ball of the foot is pressing forward. We have 3 and 2 and last one. Go ahead and bring it all the way in, and let's switch sides. All right, let's see if I can remember all this. Strong punch out through your fists. So there's a push, but there's also kind of a hug in. Left leg goes straight, right leg goes up to the ceiling. And now your right hip is drawing to your left inner thigh. Your ribs are softening down into the mat. Now we lower the leg all the way down and pause. Think of making your right leg longer than your left leg, right? Because it's in all of that tension. And then float the leg all the way back up. Find that right butt crease to press it down and away. Hold, 2, 3, and then come back up. Press the leg down and away. Reach, 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 and then back up. Think of that big toe leading the way. We hold, 2, 3, and then back up. Anybody else feel an imbalance here? I feel like my right shoulder is trying to lift up off the mat. This is your last one. You press down, 2, 3, and then come back up. Now we're just gonna cross the body once, and then it goes over to the side. And now we're gonna cross the body, and it circles down and around. So yes, we'll cross the body a few more times, but just in that one little, without the circle. Now this time as the leg comes up, you're gonna pull it to the left shoulder and then down and around. Comes up, left shoulder, and then down and around. 2 more like this. Check in with your neck. Remember, your arms are connected to your back, so we're not pushing with our neck or our shoulders. It's really like our back. Last one. Come all the way up, 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 and now we reverse. Clip off that big toe. Find those inner thighs as the leg crosses the body. 2 more like this. It's probably one of my favorite moves right here. Come all the way up and now bend into that knee. Square everything off. And then when you're ready, you're gonna push that carriage out and then bend the knee in. Now, some days it does not feel good in this position to go fully straight with my leg. So if that's you, then don't go all the way straight. It's okay. Go to that point where you feel work, but no pain, of course. Pull that right pinky toe back and make sure that right hip is not lifted, right? It's just as heavy as your left hip. Let's do 2. And then last one here. Go ahead and bend that knee in. Beautiful. Okay. So before we put both straps on, let's just shake it out for a moment. In fact, let's scoot up to where now your elbows are bent if you weren't already there. So my elbows are bent at 90, hands in line with my elbows. I'm gonna bring my knees into my chest. All right, so head is gonna stay down and I've got this kind of push-pull action with my arms. Pull your right knee in closer to your chest as your left leg shoots out and away, and then switch. And switch. Think of that leg that's going straight being into that leg spring. And for a little extra something, I want you to feel like you're sliding those poles up out of the ground. For 3 and 2 and 1, bring both knees into your chest. Find like a tiny little Pilates V. Inhale as the legs go away, and then exhale, pull the knees all the way in. Inhale the legs away, keep those ribs heavy, and then exhale, pull them in. Inhale the legs away, maybe you could go lower, and then exhale, pull them all the way in. Let's add on if you're ready. Inhale the legs away. As you pull the knees in, maybe your hips could roll up off of the mat a little bit, and then roll back down, tailbone hits, send the legs away. Pull the knees in, exhale, exhale, exhale. Roll those hips up if you can, just like you're rolling like a ball, and then roll back down, legs go away. Now, if it's just an inch or 2, right, that is work right there. Your hips don't have to come up super high. Last one like this. And then lower all the way down. And now just let the knees fall open. Press the soles of your feet together and just kind of rock from side to side to hopefully get an inner thigh stretch. Okay, now let's take the feet back into the straps. Option to go with straight arms or bent elbows. You pick. So let's bring your feet down into the floor here. Okay, so knees have to go wide, maybe to clear the springs. If you have super wide springs, you might have knees or springs to the outside of the legs. All right, so heels together, toes apart. Feel the tailbone anchor, the ribs as well. And now glide the feet along the mat as you stretch the legs out long and away. Push into those arms and then glide the feet all the way back in. I'm gonna straighten my arms for today. All right, again, slide the legs away, reach the heels down and into this mat, and then glide the feet back in. Glide the feet away. Try to get the ribs into the mat. This is your handstand right here. And then bend the knees back in. Okay, so glide the feet away and just pause. Find your long line. And now keep the turn out. Float your left leg up as your right leg presses down. And then you're gonna scissor switch. Click those heels together, or like let them kiss as they pass in space. And then switch. And we switch. Remember, this is coming from your hip, from your seat. Find that equal weight in your upper back, right? So there's no twisting here. Now when we pass, now when the heels pass, you're gonna do like a little snip, snip. So they kind of click, click, and then back up. They do a little snip, snip, and then back up. Little snip, snip, and back up. Last one like this. Little snip, snip, and then back up. Now bring the legs all the way down and into the mat. Open up the coils of the springs. Now open the legs to the width of the mat, and then they come up, they come together, and they lower down. They go just to the width of the mat. They come up and together. I want you to stay in spring tension here. So for my flexi people in the room that can bring your leg to your tonsils, stay in spring tension for me. Really work a strong external rotation here. So hopefully your butt cheeks are kind of kicking on. Once the legs are down at the bottom, we're gonna reverse. They go up, out. Almost looks like you're drawing two really narrow rectangles. Reach the big toes across the room. Check your neck. Last one here. Zip the legs up together. Drag the feet along the mat one last time, and then bring the knees into the chest. Now I want you to grab onto either the straps, the buckles, wherever you can here, and press your elbows into your legs. So you might even be getting a stretch right here, but let's add on if it's available. Straighten your right leg out as you drive your left elbow into the knee even more. So really push that right heel out and away. And then bring the soles of the feet back together. Left leg goes out. I want you pulling on that left strap to deepen the stretch. And then push into that right knee or inner thigh. And then bring the legs back together. All right, so go ahead and take the straps off. And then let's set up our arm springs. All right, so setting up with your arm springs, just have them above shoulder height if you're available. If they're not, it's not a big deal. We'll just have to reposition your arms when we get into some kneeling stuff. So let's, before we do that, we're gonna just do some rowing like we do from the reformer. So your feet are in line with your uprights here. And so sitting up tall, your toes are pointed, and now press down through the back of the legs. Row your fists into your sternum and just pause here. Feel as though, right, your elbows are reaching wide and forward, almost like you're doing a really close hug. So shoulder blades are pulling apart, energy down through the back of the legs. And now roll yourself back, round back, just like you did with the roll back bar. And then hold here. Just pause for a moment and feel your upper back open just a little bit more. And then roll yourself all the way up, up, up. Let's do that again. Roll the pelvis away from the thighs, round back. And then roll yourself all the way up, up, up. All right, so now we're gonna play a little bit. Just be careful with your shoulders. It's a lot of spring tension if you go super far back. So roll back. And then pause in your half roll back. Can you curl your pubic bone up to the sky just a bit more? And now take your arms out to the sides. Palms are facing back behind you. And then, feel as though there's space between ears and shoulders. Now press back into spring tension. Dive the head up and over. Bring your fist to the mat first. Push down into your fist to lift the ribs and find length. Keep the length. Float the arms up. Let the springs help you lift up, open out wide to the sides, reach for your toes, and then stack all the way up. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Roll back, stretch back, arms go out. Open up the wingspan as you press back. Dive the head up and over, fists into the mat first. Lift the arms, open them out wide to the sides of the room, and then reach forward. Stack the spine up tall, last one. Roll back, stretch back, arms go out to the sides. press back, dive the head up and over, lengthen the neck, lift the arms, keep the length as they circle around into the sides, into your toes. Stack the spine up tall, arms come up to 90. Flat back, open back, but keep the chest open as well. All the things are open. All right, stack the spine up tall, arms come up to 90. So palms are facing in, you have a razor flat back. You're gonna hinge back, go back, stretch back, and then come all the way up. Shoulder girdle stays the same, right? Super stable. Hinge back, go back, and then come all the way up. If you're able to, I want you to come all the way down to the mat. So think of your lowest rib and your head hitting the mat at the same time, and then come all the way up. 2 more like that. Hinge back, stretch back, push down through the legs, and then come all the way up. Last one here. Feeling some work. And then come all the way up. Alrighty, let go of those. Let's come kneeling, facing away from your tower. So this one's gonna vary for everybody. You have to find this happy medium between too much tension, too little tension. So shins, hip socket distance apart. My fists are gonna be out in front of my shoulders here. All right, so if the springs are hitting you, maybe just take a wider position with the hands, and then just pause here for a second. And then just feel like you're leaning forward, but again, you're not falling forward, but there's still work. Now, as you're leaning forward here a little bit, I want you to push down into the tops of your feet. Pubic bone is forward and then ribs are back. Now from here, I want you to punch that right fist out and away and then hold 2, 3, and then just bend the elbow back in, body staying square. Left fist punches out and away. Really feel that shoulder blade wraps around into your armpit and then bring it back in. Now we're gonna add a little twist. So as you punch out, you're gonna cross the body a little bit, allow your upper body to twist just a bit, and then come back to center. Left fist punches out. It crosses the body. Keep the hips square, but upper body can twist a little bit, and then come back to center. One more time each side. Fist goes out and away, pull that sternum back, 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 and then back in. Left fist, punch it out and away. Meanwhile, this right arm is still very active, of course. And then back in. Now, can we do both arms? Obviously not crossing, they go straight out. So punch both fists out and away. And then bend the elbows back in. Again, punch the fists out and away. Now pause here. Can you maybe lean a little bit more forward? Yes, good. Now can you keep the forward lean as your elbows bend back in, good. Inhale as a fist punch out and away. And then exhale, come back in. Again, punch out, push down through the shins. Now keep that connection as your elbows bend back in. Again, they go out and then back in. Anybody feeling those triceps? I am. Again, you go out. Now pause here. Think shoulder girdle stability, and I'll just draw little circles. Little circles. Remember, the reach is coming from your back. Tailbone stays long. We got 2 and 1. You pause and then reverse those circles. If you're able to, I want you to see that the springs are not jiggling a whole lot, right? They stay pretty open, pretty stable. Ooh, might mean you need to slow down for 2 and 1. Good. And then bend everything back in and just lean back. Okay. Just take a moment, shrug out the shoulders, turn your head from right to left. All right, so we're gonna do a couple more things. This time, have kind of an open palm. And now you're gonna come into this like plank position with your forearms. Elbows are kind of hugging in, like there's a magic circle between them. Find that forward lean here. Feel as though the bottom points of your shoulder blades are pulling apart. And I'm already shaking a little bit. I don't know about you. Now glide the arms up a little bit and then pull them back down. Glide them up and back down, up and back down. And you're still working that space in your back, still working on your forward lean. Let's do 3. I am feeling things. And 2. And last one here. Now bring the elbows back down. Now can you try to straighten the arms? And then bend the elbows. It's a tricep press, but once again, it's about what's not moving. So shoulder girdle stays stable. Spine, legs, shins, all the things. You've got 2. And last one, bend the elbows and just glide yourself back in. Oh. All right, we can take those away, and then let's get your push through bar set up from above. All right, push through bar sprung from above. Once you have it, we're gonna come lying down on your stomach, hands onto the bar, hands in line with your uprights with your arms straight. Bring your forehead down into the mat. And then have your feet wherever, meaning they can be apart or together. But I do want you to press your pubic bone down into the mat. Find that pull apart of the bar. And now shrug the shoulders into the ears. So push that bar away and then glide the shoulders back down your back. Shrug the shoulders into the ears. So elevation and then depression. Elevation. And then depression. One more here. This should feel pretty good. Inhale as the arms go away. And then exhale, glide the arms down. So feel that the shoulder blades are settled in somewhere in like the center of your back, meaning they're neither up or down. And then from here, bend the elbows wide. Pull that bar above your head. And then press the bar away. Bend the elbows wide. Pull apart on that bar. Create space in your neckline. And then back out. Again. And then back out. One more time here. Create as much space between ears and shoulders as you can. And then press the bar away. Now zip the legs up together. Press the big toes down, or just the thighs down rather. And then keep the arms straight. Pull apart on the bar as you rise up into your extension. Reaching your heart forward. And then lengthen to come all the way down. If you can, keep the legs glued. If the low back bothers you, then just separate the feet a little bit. Again, pull apart on that bar. Press the palms down. Lift the heart. Open the chest. And then lengthen back out. Again, pull apart on that bar. Reach the heart forward. And then all the way back out. All right, let's just play a little bit when we get up there. So this time when you lift up, you're gonna stay here. Now bend the elbows to pull the bar in. Now I want you to feel like you're doing a chin up. So pull yourself up, just feel that little extra lift that you get, and then press the bar back out, and then just lower all the way down. Again, we lift up, we bend the elbows, find that little extra lift of the collarbones, and now can you keep the lift as you straighten the arms back out, and then lengthen back down. Whew. Again, we lift up, hoping you're feeling something going on. Bend the elbows, feel that lift as your elbows draw down, and then straighten the arms out, and then lower all the way down. All right, from here, let's just go ahead and turn you over onto your back. And then when you're here, make sure that when you row the bar into you that you're not gonna like slam your nose. It should just like barely like just go right over your nose. You're not gonna give yourself any reconstructive surgery here. All right, so let's go legs long and into the mat. Zip them up together either in parallel or Pilates V, you pick. So keeping the ribs soft, bend the elbows wide. We just did this, it's your shave. And then press the bar back overhead or behind you, however you wanna look at it. And then bend the elbows wide, 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 wide. Keep the elbows down. And then press the bar away. Bend the elbows wide. And then away. And now hold here for a second. Shrug the shoulders up into the ears. Glide the shoulder blades down. One more time, keep the ribs heavy. Elevation and depression. It might have changed the stretch. Bend the elbows wide. Bring the arms back up. Now I want you to feel like you're pressing the bar towards your thighs. Feel that activation. And then from here, legs stay down, and then roll yourself all the way up, up, up. And then roll the tailbone or roll the pelvis away from the thighs. Push that bar towards your thighs as best you can, and then round all the way down. Once your head hits, again, bend the elbows wide. Reach the bar back behind you. And then bring that bar back up. Now we're gonna stay up and play a little bit, all right? So find that arm to back activation, and then just roll yourself all the way up, up, up. Now, feel as though the base of your ribs are pulling into your back, but your chest is opening. Bend the elbows wide, and then press the bar away. Bend the elbows wide, press the bar away. Bend the elbows wide, and then press the bar away. And then round down. Push that bar towards your legs, come all the way down. Bend the elbows wide, and you go back. Now, if when we get up into lifting both legs, that you're like, I don't like this, keep your legs down, no worries, right? Some days it's like that. I might be right there with you. So when you're ready, use your exhale. Everything is gonna come up. Legs lift, head lifts, come all the way up. Squeeze your legs together, whether in Pilates V or parallel. Soften through the base of the ribs. Now really think of lifting up tall through the crown of your head, and then roll the pelvis away. Round down, round down. Think of that head hitting at the same time as your heels hit, and then push the bar back behind you. Big, big stretch. And then bring that bar back overhead. Now we're gonna play again. All right, so roll yourself up. Pause here at the top. Bend the elbows wide. Straighten the arms. Bend the elbows wide. Straighten the arms. One more time. Bend the elbows wide. Straighten the arms. And then roll back. Roll back. Get that low back into the mat first, and then everything comes back down. Hoping you're feeling some stomach there. All right, bring the bar back over your face or back above you here. When you're ready, roll up. And now hold here. Work the length out through the crown of your head big time. Can you lower the legs down and then lift them up? Lower the legs down and then lift them up. Lower them down and then lift them up. Last one, lower them down and then lift them up, and then round down, round down. Ooh, that's where I lost it. Bend the elbows wide, press the bar back behind you. Big good morning stretch. Ribs come down, bend the elbows wide, arms come all the way up. All right, so let's come up now. Feet go up against the uprights. We're gonna finish with a little push through and then maybe a little twist. So dig your heels down and also through the back of the legs as well. Lean back, so you're kind of hanging on the bar. Take a big breath in here. And now on your exhale, I want you to press the bar down and then through, only if you can. And now take a big breath in here. On your exhale, maybe you could go a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further, and then roll yourself back. Control the bar. Hang on the bar for just a second. Feel that pull apart, that break of the bar, and then press the bar up and away. And then if you feel you need to, bend the knees to maybe go a little bit further. And now straighten the legs, push the feet into the uprights, and then round back, round back. Exhale, press the bar down. It's your roll back bar. Reach forward. Now take another big breath in. On your exhale, maybe go a little bit further, a little bit further. And then roll yourself back. And then push the bar up and away. Feel like you're sticking your booty out, sticking your chest forward or up and forward. And then bring the bar back down, but now hang on the bar for a second. Reconnect your feet if they slipped away. Right hand stays on. Left arm reaches back, back, back. Now when you're here, I want you to find a gentle press down, kind of like how we did with the roll down bar. And then reach the left hand back on. Right arm reaches away. Equal weight into your feet and your hips. and then come back through. Right arm on, left arm reaches away. Reach back, stretch back, press down. And then back through again. Same press down here. Push into those feet. Find that upper back to twist you. And then come back to center. Let's do one more time on each side. Reach back, stretch back, push down, lengthen back. And then back to center. Last one. And you are done. I appreciate you being here today. Thanks, y'all.